Pro day season. We're in the middle of pro day season right now. This will be our second topic. Penn State's pro day is today. I'm a little disappointed. Abdul Carter isn't quite recovered from that shoulder yet, so he's not going to run a 40. There were people that felt like he had a chance to run in the 4.3s, which is obviously an incredible time. Would be an incredible time for a defensive end. We don't get to see whether or not he's going to do that. I was looking forward to that personally, selfishly. And again, like, this is a guy who's such a great prospect. He really doesn't need to run the 40, but just the idea of him pulling something like that off, that would have been a fun thing to chase today, to try to figure out whether or not he was in the 4.3s and the stopwatches of those scouts. He won't be doing that, but he is going through a lot of the bigger pieces of the process now. And with the teams there in State College, it is an important couple of days for him to meet with these teams. Last night, he had dinner with the Browns, with all their top brass. That, of course, is an important dinner for him. I've said all along, I think he's a really good fit for Jim Schwartz's defense. If I had to guess right now, I'd say the Browns take him second overall. He would be obviously a very good match to put opposite Myles Garrett. And over the last few years, they've done different things to fill that spot opposite Myles Garrett. This would give them a permanent fixture there opposite Myles Garrett, and the eventual guy to succeed Myles Garrett is their number one pass rusher. So the Browns met with him last night. Today, after the pro day, the Giants are going to sit down and meet with him privately. I think that's going to be a really interesting meeting too. The Giants, of course, have freed themselves up now. They're in a position now where they don't have to take a quarterback third overall. They've got two guys on their roster with a ton of starting experience in Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. We talked about it earlier in the week. They've got those two guys for about $15 million in base pay. This doesn't mean they won't take a quarterback third overall, but it frees them up not to. The wrinkle here, I think, because I think the likelihood is they wind up with Travis Hunter. But the wrinkle here is what happens if Hunter were to go number 2 to the Browns. If that happens, then Abdul Carter falls to 3. What do you do if you're the Giants? You're invested in Kayvon Thibodeau. You're invested in Brian Burns. So how does all of that work? I think that that's really an interesting piece to all of this, and it's something that the Giants folks on hand are going to investigate and digging into things with Abdul Carter a little bit later today.